Welcome to Binge Diaries. I have thoughts, so let's unpack. Hello, hello. This is Binge Diaries, Runaways, season 1, episode 6. And I forgot to mention the last episode, or the last video. Nico and Alex is a given to me. Like, I pretty much expected Nico and Alex to end up together, just like the growing dislike between Gert and Carolina over Chase is like a given as well. We already know where that's going. Carolina's mom's husband, and that's what I'm calling him because clearly he is not her dad. But does he believe that he is her dad, or does he know that he's not, or does she know that that's not her dad? Because to me, clearly it's not. They have not said that. I believe right now it's all as if she is his, but she can't be. She glows, and like Jonah could be her dad. I'm pretty sure he is. And speaking of Jonah, I don't want to be calling him an it, but what the heck is he like? I don't know. But and he seems like he is the evilest of them all. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about him, but I cannot put my finger on it. But he just seems so evil and so scary and slightly creepy in like a malicious type of way. Like, I don't know. And Leslie's husband, which is Carolina's dad, or we're gonna call him Frank. So Frank, I do believe he is remembering or having memories or flashbacks or something about Jonah and Leslie together in that private meditation room, and he does recognize Jonah. And he does recognize Jonah, at least somewhat. But I do know this man, I can't think of his name right now, wiped his memory, so he shouldn't have any memory of Leslie and Jonah together. But I'm thinking he does. Let's get into the flashback. So there was a flashback of the adults, like I guess when they first came together and had to do this thing. And it really seemed like Victor is like the mastermind behind it all, because the pod was supposed to like repurpose, I guess human life into like repurposed energy. And I assume it's for his time machine. Which honestly brings me to my next point of being right. Yes, I was right again. They were all once decent people. Except for Tina. I'm starting to look at her sideways because of that flashback, because she pretty much loves the power that she was given by Victor. So she was all right with, I don't know, I guess killing a couple people. In the last video, I said that I think Janet was going to find out that Victor was sick and then was going to stay with him. Yeah, that is not what happened at all. I was not expecting Victor to do that in no way, shape, or form. Jonah came in and saved the day. What do you think he injected him with? I feel like it was his blood. Yeah, and if he has this miracle drug, why haven't they capitalized off that yet? And you want to know what? Why does he glow? Why does he glow? Like, was it a science experiment that went wrong? Or was he, like, born like that, inherited? Is he some type of creature? Like, why does he glow? And why is his blood, like, healing in that sense? And does the rest of Pride know what he is? Or knows, like, they know something because they knew he was in the pod. But do they really know, though? Now, if I had to guess, my answer would be no, because this guy stole the rest of like what was in the container, which I assume is Jonah's blood because that's what he injected him with. So he stole it to, like, I guess, know what it is inside, and I think they're going to be finding that out. But that is it. That is all I have for episode 6. Let's go ahead and get into episode 7. So here we are, Runaways, season 1, episode 7. First thing I want to say is I was right. I was right. But of course, I was right. Like, that's no shocker. I'm always right. Robert is in love with Janet. He no longer wants to be with Tina at all. Janet is staying with Victor to be like a happy family, I guess, to give it a chance, I guess, for Chase. I don't really know. Next, I want to speak on Molly really quick. I think she's getting very frustrated, not just because she's the youngest and she feels like she's not being listened to, but because there's very limited information on like her parents and stuff, and she is really eager to know if they were like her or what exactly is going on with her. She doesn't have anybody to turn to, even the older kids, because when she's trying to talk to them, they're not really listening or they're not taking her seriously. So I get her frustration. Let's get into the topic of Jonah, because I believe he is pulling everybody's strings, not just Leslie's. I feel like there is not anyone who is untouched. Like, honestly, why would he cure Victor? Like, what did he need him for that was so important? That's one. Two, I believe Jonah gave Frank some gloves with healing powers, but why? Like, I'm starting to think that he wanted Dale and Stacy to test his blood. I think he wants his blood to be into everybody, because he did hand it straight to Dale when he could have just sat it down or put it inside the case or whatever. He handed it straight to him, knowing that Dale is a science guy and he is going to test it. And I think he knows that his blood was going to be absorbed as soon as the droplet touched his skin, like, for real. And get this, he started acting like Victor, like all happy-go-lucky, la la la, and he only had a droplet. Victor was directly inside. He had his blood going directly into his bloodstream. Right now, he's all happy-go-lucky, but what is going to happen when it wears off? Because Dale, he was like, oh no, he was feeling like very, very hangover-like. I don't know. I'm just starting to think that Jonah is the true mastermind behind it all, and he's orchestrating everything. And everybody, at some point or another, will be under his control for him to do whatever it is that he wants them to do. I don't know what that looks like, but that's a scary thing. Y'all, I done dozed off and woke up, and I am now on season 2, episode 2. Huh? How did that happen? Like, what the heck does that mean? I refuse to believe that this show was just that boring and nothing was happening, and I end up falling asleep. No, I am going with I was extremely tired, even though the sleep came out of nowhere. I was extremely tired. I'm gonna go back and make sure I got all of the stuff that happened in episode 7. I doubt it, but because I don't know how it ended. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna watch it, and we'll be back. Whoa, okay, so I went back and watched episode 7, and I am shocked about the ending. That is not what I was expecting. But it seems like Victor was really, really high off of that blood, Jonah's blood. He was excited, really, really happy, da da da. And then as it wore off, I guess like his withdrawal, he was very angry, obsessive. I don't know. That was just crazy. That was crazy. That is just not at all what I was thinking was gonna happen. And then get this. In the beginning of the episode, when his little time machine started doing whatever, and the message was playing, it was supposed to be like Chase, even though the person didn't look like Chase, so it had to be way in the future. But anyway, yeah, like I did not expect for that to be. That is why. But to think about it, what was so important in the future that Chase needed to come back and tell his dad because he needed him for whatever was going on then? Oh my goodness. So something in the future is gonna be happening. They're going to need Victor, and yeah, but what is that? How far in the future does that go? Like, yeah, I'm excited to see. Unless it wasn't Chase at all, and it was like I don't know, Janet is pregnant and she ends up having another kid. Even though I feel like if she was to have another kid, it most likely wouldn't be Victor's. It would be Robert's, right? I don't know, but unless it's Victor's kid, it's second kid in the future that Janet had, and he never met him, so he wants him to meet him in the future. That's something that could have happened, I guess. I'm not gonna write that off just yet. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you have any show recommendations, drop them down below. Just keep them bingeable and spoiler free. Subscribe for more.